Welcome to Lodging Interviews. My name is Betsy Fusen. Alongside me is my fellow interviewer, Miss Brittany Searcy, and we're here today interviewing Miss Ivy Ding.
Hi everybody, my name is Ivy Ding. I'm a second-year graduate student from Hospitality and Tourism departments at Purdue University, and I'm very glad to join you at your project, and I hope we can do a great job today. Okay, first I want to introduce my thesis project first to you guys. As my thesis is to research the detruncating method in hospitality revenue management, and to be more specific, I want to compare the deterministic and the statistic methods difference in this project.
So, Ivy, what is detruncating in layman's terms?
Okay, for I introduce detruncating, I want to tell you guys some basic knowledge in the demand forecasting in hotel management, revenue management fields. Okay, like everybody knows that for a hotel, it may have more than one market segments. For different market segments, they may have different characteristics. Like, for example, we say we have leisure customers and business customers. For leisure customers, they are gonna more like to booking more earlier because they are price sensitive and they want to book as a discount rate. And for business customers, they are more like to book later than leisure customers, but they're gonna pay kind of like a full price for their rooms. So for a hotel revenue management, they want to make sure they make the maximum profit, and then they're gonna set some limitations for leisure customers and set protections for business customers because they pay more than them. Here comes the detruncating. Like we say, the booking records we see from our histories is not the real demand that from our customers because they are not records. The leisure customers that want to book but cannot book in case of our limitations. So detruncating is what we do from our history records to estimate the real demand from our customers, because that will be a great help for our future marketing strategies makings. And from the formal research is that to doing this, we can have a revenue gain from 2 to 12%. So that will be a great help for our industry.
Awesome.
Great. What method do you have to estimate the real demand from sensor data?
Well, based on my knowledge, there are two categories methods to estimate the real data. The first one is what we call deterministic method, and second one is statistical method. And from its name, we can know statistical method is kind of we use statistic tools and their programmings like R or SAS to do the estimation. It's kind of more accurate than deterministic ones. Yes.
Great. What do you feel like is the best detruncating method?
Like we said, the statistical method is going to be more accurate. So two kinds of statistic method is the most accurate ones from the formal research. The first one is called EM. So E means expectation and M means maximization. And the second one is called projection method. And it's kind of similar to EM, but different from it is use the median instead of mean in the detruncating process. Yeah.
So EM uses mean?
Yeah, use mean.
And PM uses median?
Projection, yes.
Yes, okay, great.
So with so much emphasis on the statistic method, does that mean that the deterministic method has no real use for hotel revenue managers?
Well, I'm gonna say no, because there are many kind of hotels in our industry. Like we have luxury hotels and franchising hotels, and we also have independent hotels. For the chain hotels, they may have a lot of information or sources to share. Like they may buy the revenue management systems that gonna be cost a lot more money. Might be several millions for a year to use. So it's gonna be not possible for independent hotels to use. So because those revenue management systems, they are frequently use the statistical, that means the more accurate method. And for not buying those, the independent hotel may use deterministic method as a replacement. So it's going to be very useful for them to do the detruncating, and will be a great help for their revenue management. Yes.
Great.
If utilizing detruncated data becomes a common practice, do you think consumers will see a major change in prices and discounts in the near future?
Well, I don't think so, because there are a lot of more parts in the revenue management instead of detruncating, and it's more like a great method for the hotel to make future marketing strategies. And I don't think it's gonna have some influence for the price or discount for our customers.
Ivy, in your personal opinion, what is the most interesting aspect of revenue management?
Okay, like I have worked as a reservation agent in JW Marriott Hotel Beijing, and I think except for the detruncating, revenue management also includes like the overbookings and upsells in its process. And during our work, we may collect the data like no shows every day. No shows is different from cancel, because cancel is what customers don't like to book anymore, and they cancel the bookings themselves. But no shows is they didn't cancel themselves, but on the arrival day they didn't appear. So that's trouble for hotels, because they already booked the room, but it means everybody else who wants to book cannot book this room anymore. So to deal with this kind of problems, hotels usually overbook several rooms per day based on their average history records. So, but the interesting example I want to give you is one day my manager of reservation, she has booked one more executive suite rooms. That is I think the luxury rooms in a hotel, and it may cost hundreds of dollars per night. And she overbooked one more this executive suite room. But that day, the former customer comes. So this room, a hotel just have one executive suite rooms. But the customer comes, they have nowhere to live. So to deal with these problems, the revenue management managers have a great idea, because besides the JW Marriott Hotel I worked, there was another hotel called Ritz-Carlton, and they are all from Marriott. So fortunately, the executive suite room from Ritz-Carlton are not booked, so we send the customers there. But it's very, very emergency problems, and it's not gonna happen anymore in the future.
Ivy, thank you so much for your time today. We learned a lot, and thanks again for joining us for our lodging interviews.